You will look after the loading, Mr. Lorenzo.
I apologize, milady, for our poor accommodations, but my valet, Shadwell, will see that you're made comfortable.
It's a pleasure to have your ladyship aboard. If you'll follow me, please.
Why hasn't it happened? Let it go, boy. Captain! Excuse me, milady. Your father. May I say how sorry I am? The captain has requested that you take your meals in the main cabin.
Oh, no, Shadwell, I can't bear to face those men. I can't.
I quite understand, milady. But the captain's orders are orders.
Shadwell, you must help me. There's no one else I can trust.
But what can I do, milady? I'm only a servant.
Oh, where can I turn? I'm so confused and frightened. I keep thinking of my father and the others lost back there. And on the ship, wherever I go, those horrible staring men. That Lorenzo who was always standing behind me, beside me. Last night there was a tapping on the door. When I opened it, there he was, that evil, smiling face of his. Well, he might better belong with those pirates you fought a few days ago.
Pirates, milady? We fought no pirates.
Well, my father said Captain Kidd told. Shadwell, what manner of ship is this? My father was killed deliberately, I'm sure of it. That's why I can't bear to face your captain. I'd accuse him.
There is a man on board, milady. A gentleman whom I know you can trust.
Mr. Mercy?
Yes, milady.
Shadwell, I know I've met or seen him before, no matter how he denies it. His name isn't Mercy, but who is he?
All I really know is, milady, he's no friend of the captain's. Perhaps if I ask him, he'll... Shall I?
Oh, yes, will you please?
Yes, milady.
I am asking you again, very nice, my dear Capitan.
Your fancy manners do not impress me, Mr. Lorenzo.
When do we divide the gold?
In London, not before.
Uh-huh. Then look, Capitan, I will make a bargain with you.
A bargain? Everybody wants to bargain with me. You and Mercy. Fire and thunder, what do you think I am? A stinking sausage merchant? What kind of a bargain?
The girl. All my life I have dreamed of a beautiful woman like that. Give me half of my dinero now, and you can split the rest between you, if you will let me have her.
Fie on him. He's smit with love. Again.
I want her, and I am going to take her.
Whether I like it or not.
Uh-huh. With all this treasure on board, the crew is like a barrel of hot gunpowder. All that is needed is a word in the right ears.
Do you mean me of me? You're a witness. He's inciting the crew to mutiny.
No, Capitan. I was only joking.
You have a very nasty way of joking, Mr. Lorenzo. As for the girl, I have my own plans for her, and they do not include you. Get out.
Adam Mercy.
Mr. Mercy, I'm... Thank you for coming, Mr. Mercy.
My name's Adam Blaine.
Son of Lord Blaine. I knew it. Well, what are you doing on this ship?
My father was killed and accused of piracy.
Few people believe Lord Blaine.
The king did. That's why I went to sea and turned pirate 3 years ago. That's why I'm on this ship. I knew that someday I'd come upon the truth.
That you have. It was Captain Kidd who killed your father, wasn't it? Adam, I'm no fool. He did the same thing to my father.
The fat butcher. Taken me 3 years to track him down. 3 years of degradation. Now I've got him where I want him, and he knows it.
You mean he knows who you are?
He knows something.
That's why you didn't admit to me who you were. Why you avoided me.
If Kit knows we shared this, he'd kill you with as little compunction as he means to kill me, if I let him.
What can I do to help? There must be something.
Forget everything you've seen on this ship. Play up to him. Be friendly. That way you'll be safe. Now, when you get back to London, no matter what has happened to me, go to the Lords of the Admiralty and the King. You'll be doing me a great service as well as yourself.
I will, Adam. I promise.
You're going to have trouble with Lorenzo. The beating of the lamb is exciting the tiger.
His blood's getting too rich for him. He'd be the better for bleeding.
Things are getting a bit complicated, my lord. The king may accept the elimination of the Queen of Merchant as an accident. Maybe even the sudden demise of Lord Falsworth. But what about the lady? You said you had plans for her. Do they include...
Mr. Povey, the little dear's as safe with me as if she was my daughter. My passion's power and gold. Since she suspects nothing, I'll deliver her to His Majesty on with his share of the Queen of Merchant's goods. I'll weep appropriately over the untimely demise of her pa, receive the grateful thanks of me sovereign, and a peerage is mine.
My lord.
Laugh if you will, but that's what I'll have. And neither man nor devil shall stop me.
Shadwell?
Senorita, milady.
Do not be alarmed.
Now that she knows who I am, the kind of a ship she's on, I think we can count on her to keep ahead. You stay here till I come off watch.
Use your head, Mr. Povey. Luck's with us tonight. Which of either of them would you like to see survive?
Mercy, you did well to protect her.
Sir?
Yes, I'm all right. Look after Lady Anne.
Adam, what's the matter?
My medallion, it's gone. Has the Blaine crest on it.
Blaine. Perhaps I can find it for you, sir.
No. It must have come off just before Lorenzo went through the port. Shad will take Lady Anne to her cabin.
Oh, please, Adam, I can't go in there.
You must, Anne. This is serious. It involves you. Remember, no matter what tricks he tries, you've never seen me before, and you don't know who I am. Shadwell, I think.
Well, don't worry about me, sir. He never could get anything out of me, and he never will.
It's the only way you'll be safe. Shadwell will watch out for you.
What about you, Adam? What will he do?
The same thing he's done to the others, if he gets a chance.
Oh, Adam.
Don't worry, Anne. I at least know what to expect. Go now. Shadwell, if anything does happen, remember you to stand by Lady Anne and see that she gets safely to London.
I'll stake my life on it, sir.
I know you will.
Be careful, Adam. Please be careful.
Come, my lady.
He's no king's man.
Who is he then?
Tomorrow we put into the lagoon for water, and while the crew's getting it on board, you and me and Mr. Mercy's going to the cave.
You're going to take him in there?
I've a peculiar humor to watch my clever young friends fizz when we dig up their chests.
Sweet dreams.
Dig fast, Mr. Mercy. You haven't got forever.
Who might this be? Perhaps a man that asks too many questions.
Gently now, Mr. Mercy. You've come on something.
So it was the 12 apostles, eh, Captain?
Yes, it was, Mr. Mercy. Open it up.
Blaine's.
Blaines. He was a brave seaman, but foolish. Did you happen to know him, Mr. Mercer?
I'd heard of him.
I thought perhaps you had. This is yours, isn't it?
I traded a ring for it. One of Avery's men.
Yes. When I encountered Lord Blaine at sea, I did my simple duty as a loyal subject. A pity he turned pirate and traitor to his king.
Liar!
For the sharks now, Mr. Povey. Tide closes this place in half an hour. We've nothing more to fear.
Oh, yes, you have, Captain. Lady Anne.
It's a long voyage home, Mr. Povey, and anything might happen.
Naturally, her ladyship is still very distressed, sir.
In the midst of life, we are in death, Shadwell. And though my heart bleeds...
My heart, sir.
My heart bleeds... Confound you, Shadwell. You drove the thought right out of me head. And it was an uncommon pretty one.
I'm sure of that, sir.
Go to her at once. Tell her she can't mourn forever, and I shall expect her to take her meals in the main cabin with the rest of us.
Very well, sir.
Poor lad. Returned just in time to see him go over the edge. Searched for an hour. Never came up. Well, here's to him. Wherever he is. You feeling ill?
Yes, I'll go to my cabin with your permission.
If you wish, it's been quite a trying voyage. What with one little thing and another would bear up. You'll soon be home again.
I warned Adam not to go. No one could have stopped him. It was cold-blooded, planned, deliberate. The same will happen to her ladyship unless we can... Adam, how did you... They find you on board, sir?
I've come back for Lady Anne.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I've been hanging on the rudder chain since dark, waiting for the turn of the watch. The jolly boat's moored astern. I waited alongside. It's secured right under this port. Wad get in it and drift aft under the main cabin. Well, now, get me some dry clothes. Shadwell, where's the captain?
In his own cabin with Mr. Povey, sir. Examining the silver chest they brought back on board, sir.
My father's chest. Shadwell Kid doesn't suspect you. Tell Lady Anne to get some things together, and when the coast is clear, you come back for me.
Yes, sir.
Sir? Aye, sir. Rouse out both watches at daybreak. We're waiting on the morning tide. Aye, sir.
Kid doesn't suspect Shadwell. He's staying on board, and he'll be evidence for us in London. Watching the small boat moored astern. We'll row ashore.
Then where, Adam?
2 days' journey overland is the pirate town of Last Hope. It's the most lawless place on earth, but I have friends there. But somehow they'll find us a ship for England.
England.
Now, come on. Get down in the bow.
Goodbye, my lady. Goodbye, my lord. Godspeed. I'll see you in England.
Ahoy there! Who's in that boat now?
Come on.
Come on!
Thank you, my lord Scott.
Fire! And the longboat! What? What? Hold on to me. Take her away.
He's dead as a mackerel.
He's gone, too. I guess that's the end of him, eh, Captain?
And good riddance. Back to the ship, boys.
If you're thinking what I think you're thinking, my friend, forget it. There's a little matter of a letter I left in London.
Spoil sport.
Captain William Kidd.
Greetings, Captain. What news have you brought me from the Indian seas?
By your leave, Your Majesty, both good and ill, but mostly very good indeed. I returned by way of the American colonies, sire.
So I understood. With the main points of your voyage, I am familiar. I wonder if you can enlighten me about the affair of the Queen's godchild, Lady Anne Dunstan, and your shipmaster, Mr. Mercy.
Oh, that poor impetuous fellow, sire. Inveigled that bud of innocence he did into running away with him. and catching them red-handed in defense of my very life, I was forced to dispatch them both. Rest in peace.
Tell me, Captain, about the treasure and the Quida merchant.
Unfortunate, sire. Most unfortunate. We'd ship but that chest when up she blew, and all souls went heavenward. Rest in peace to them, ditto.
I see. And about the 12 apostles and Lord Blaine, you encounter any trace?
Nay, sire. I can only hope that the weight of his sins sank both him and his ship.
I see. Then how do you explain this?
Whose might that be, Your Majesty?
My officers found it on your ship at Plymouth after you left for London. It bears the Blaine crest, with which I believe you are not unfamiliar.
I've always felt that Mr. Povey, my surgeon, a very wily fellow indeed, was hiding something from me.
Hiding it in a secret lazaret in your cabin, Captain?
I hope Mr. Povey has a proper explanation, sire.
Mr. Povey was killed 3 days ago defending it. With his dying oath, he swore it was not his.
Perhaps Shadwell, my valet, slipped it aboard.
Might it not have come from a Madagascar cave, Captain?
There's something dreadful queer about all this, Your Majesty.
Enough of your lies.
Look.
Nightmare. A pity you overlooked last hope, Captain. We stood on the headland with my friend Avery and watched you sail by. May it please Your Majesty, I accuse this man of piracy and murder.
Was ever a gentleman so misfortunate?
Lock him up in Newgate. He is to be held for the next session of the Court of Oyer in Termina, there to be tried for his life.
Hands off me, you scoundrel! All I done was to the credit and for the honor and glory of England! So here's me bequest to them what hunts what I have hid, and to their sons' down through the endless corridors of time. Greed that spawns murder. Hatred that corrodes the soul. Ambition, the foulest trumpet of all.
Hey, Jack! Jack Kent! Sell me a bit of that rope for 6 will you?
Save your money, my lad. You can have it all for nothing if you'd only step up here and wear it. Hurry up, Jack. Can't wait forever.
Captain Kidd is dead, my Lord Blaine. His account is closed. Now, in what manner can I atone for the injustice I worked upon your father? Orford, your first Sea Lord, what do you suggest?
We've a fine frigate of 50 guns, commissioned for American waters, sire, that we thought of naming the Lady Anne.
It should be a wedding gift to you from the Crown. Your loyalty and service to king and country.